Hey there, future millionaires! Today we're diving into the age-old debate, freelancing versus 9-5 job. Which one is better? It's like choosing between a unicorn that poops money and a stable job that pays you in hay. One's magical, the other guarantees you won't starve. Tough call, right? Grab your popcorn, because this is going to be a wild ride. We're going to break down the pros and cons of each, compare them side by side, and hopefully, by the end of this video, you'll have a better idea of which path is right for you. And hey, even if you don't become the next Warren Buffett, at least you'll be entertained. Because let's face it, financial advice is about as exciting as watching paint dry, unless that paint is being thrown at a giant canvas by monkeys in tuxedos. Let's talk flexibility, baby. Freelancing is like that comfy pair of sweatpants you can't live without. Want to work from your bed? Go for it. Feel like taking a midday dance break in your underwear? No judgment here. With freelancing, you're the master of your own time. You set your own hours, work when you're most productive, and take breaks whenever you damn well please. It's like having superpowers, but instead of flying, you get to avoid rush hour traffic. A 9-5, on the other hand, is like, well, pants. You have to wear them even if they're a little too tight in the crotch. You're expected to be at your desk from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, whether you feel like it or not. And don't even get me started on the office dress code. But hey, at least you know when you're off the clock. You can leave work at work and enjoy your free time without feeling guilty. Plus, you get to judge your coworkers based on their coffee mug choices. Is that a world's best boss mug? Yeah, right. Ah, job security. That warm, fuzzy feeling you get knowing you'll have a paycheck at the end of the month. With a 9-5, you're basically signing up for a lifetime supply of ramen noodles. Sure, it might not be fancy, but at least you won't starve. Plus, you get all those sweet, sweet benefits. Health insurance, paid vacation, a 401k. It's enough to make you want to hug your HR manager. Almost. Freelancing, on the other hand, is more like a roller coaster ride. 1 month you're rolling in dough, the next you're eating instant noodles and wondering if you should sell your kidney on the black market. It's not for the faint of heart. You need to be good with money, even better at hustling, and have the risk tolerance of a Wall Street trader hopped up on caffeine and adrenaline. But hey, the highs are high, and the lows, well, let's just say you'll learn to appreciate the simple things in life, like ramen noodles. Work-life balance. That mythical creature everyone's chasing but no one seems to catch. With a 9-5, it's all about setting boundaries. You clock in at 9, clock out at 5, and try your best not to think about work until Monday morning. Of course, that's easier said than done when your boss is a master of the reply all email and your phone is blowing up with work notifications at all hours of the night. But hey, at least you can pretend to have a life outside of work. Freelancing, on the other hand, is like that friend who always shows up unannounced and overstays their welcome. It's hard to switch off when your office is also your living room and your boss is your cat judging you from atop the bookshelf. You might find yourself answering emails at 3 a.m. or working weekends to meet deadlines. But hey, at least you can wear pajamas to your office. And take a nap whenever you want, as long as you don't mind the cat judging you for your lack of productivity. Chapter 4 Benefits, Corporate Perks or DIY Perks. Let's talk benefits, baby. 9-to-5 jobs are like the all-inclusive resort of the working world. You get health insurance, paid vacation, retirement plans, maybe even a company car if you're lucky. It's enough to make you want to kiss your boss. Or maybe just shake their hand really, really hard. Freelancing, on the other hand, is more like a choose-your-own-adventure book. You want health insurance? Better start researching those self-employed plans. Paid vacation? Time to set aside some of that hard-earned cash. Retirement plan? You're on your own, buddy. It's not easy being your own benefits department, but hey, at least you can write off your home office expenses on your taxes. And who needs a company car when you can write off your Netflix subscription as a business expense? Chapter 5, Income Potential, Capped Salary, or Sky's the Limit. Alright, let's talk money, honey. With a 9-to-5, you know exactly how much you're going to make every month. It's like having a financial security blanket, except it's not actually that secure, because inflation is a thing. But hey, at least you can budget for those avocado toast brunches without having a panic attack. Freelancing, on the other hand, is like playing the stock market with your income. 1 month you're up, the next you're down, and you never really know what to expect. It's enough to give you whiplash, or a gambling addiction. But hey, the potential is there to make bank, like serious bank. As in, I can finally afford to buy a private island and hire someone to fan me with palm leaves kind of bank. But then again, you could also end up eating ramen noodles for a year. It's a gamble, my friend. Chapter 6. Career growth, corporate ladder, or jungle gym? Career growth, that magical unicorn we're all chasing. With a 9-to-5, it's all about climbing that corporate ladder rung by rung. You put in your time, kiss the right behinds, figuratively of course, unless you're into that sort of thing, and hope to eventually reach the top. Of course, there's always the chance you'll get stuck behind some power-hungry middle manager who's more concerned with their stapler collection than your career aspirations. But hey, at least you'll have a steady paycheck while you're plotting your escape. Freelancing, on the other hand, is more like navigating a jungle gym. There's no clear path, no map, and definitely no safety net. You have to create your own opportunities, forge your own path, and be prepared to swing from one vine to the next. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's also incredibly exciting. You're in control of your own destiny, and the possibilities are endless. Just try not to fall off the jungle gym and break your neck. Let's face it, humans are social creatures. We crave interaction, even if it's just complaining about the weather or gossiping about Brenda from accounting's new haircut. With a 9-to-5, you're surrounded by people. Sure, they might drive you crazy sometimes, but hey, at least you'll have someone to talk to besides your goldfish. Freelancing, on the other hand, can be a lonely existence. You spend most of your day talking to your computer screen, your cat, or maybe even your plants if you're feeling particularly chatty. It's enough to make you forget how to socialize altogether. You might even start speaking in hashtags and emojis, #LonelyFreelancerLife. But hey, at least you don't have to deal with office politics or awkward small talk at the water cooler. And you can always join a co-working space if you're really craving human interaction, or just get a dog. Dogs are always down to listen to you ramble on about your latest project. In the working world, skills are like currency. The more you have, the more valuable you are. With a 9-to-5, you typically specialize in one area. You become an expert in your field, which is great for your resume and your ego. Of course, there's always the risk of becoming pigeonholed, but hey, at least you'll be really, really good at one thing. Freelancing, on the other hand, is like attending the school of hard knocks, and also the school of Google, the school of YouTube tutorials, and the school of figuring it out as you go. You have to be a jack of all trades, master of none. You need to be able to market yourself, manage your finances, handle client relations, and oh yeah, actually do the work you're being paid for. It's a lot to juggle, but it's also an incredible learning experience. You'll pick up new skills faster than you can say, wait, how do I use Excel again? Autonomy, the holy grail of the working world. With a 9-to-5, you're basically trading your freedom for a paycheck. You have to answer to someone, follow their rules, and pray they don't ask you to work on your birthday. Of course, there's always the chance you'll have an amazing boss who respects your boundaries and values your input. But let's be real, that's about as likely as winning the lottery. Freelancing, on the other hand, is like being your own boss. Except you're also your own employee, which means you have to answer to yourself. Which is basically the same thing as answering to your inner critic, which is way scarier than any boss. But hey, at least you get to call the shots. You set your own hours, choose your own projects, and don't have to deal with any office drama. Unless you count the drama you create for yourself by procrastinating on deadlines and then having a meltdown at 3 a.m. But hey, at least you're in charge of your own destiny, right? Stability, that elusive feeling of knowing what tomorrow will bring. With a 9-to-5, you've got that covered. You know exactly when you're going to get paid, how much you're going to make, and whether or not you'll have a job next month. It's like sailing on calm waters. Unless your company decides to downsize, in which case it's more like being thrown overboard without a life jacket. Freelancing, on the other hand, is more like riding a roller coaster blindfolded. You never know what's coming next, but you better hold on tight, because it's going to be a wild ride. One minute you're on top of the world, the next you're plummeting towards the ground, wondering if you should have bought that insurance after all. But hey, at least it's never boring. And who needs stability when you can have adrenaline rushes and existential crises on a weekly basis? So which one is better? It really depends on your personality and what you value most. If you crave stability, structure, and a regular paycheck, a 9-to-5 might be the way to go. But if you're independent, entrepreneurial, and thrive on the freedom of being your own boss, freelancing could be your calling. There's no right or wrong answer, it's all about finding what works best for you. And hey, even if you choose one path now, you can always switch things up later. Life's too short to be stuck in a job you hate, whether you're wearing a suit or your pajamas. Let us know in the comments which side you're on. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Financial Strategy for the Average Joe for more tips in financial strategy income. See you next time.